the party should be finishing up a short rest after battling the band of bandits a couple of hours outside of Aldenburg on their way to this clearing or bluffs or whatever this map shows. And again, using the theater of the mind, we have a map that's leading us somewhere. So, the bodies have all been expertly hidden in the bushes around the clearing, and it's, probably just before noon on this day. So, anything y'all want to take care of before we leave rest?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm burned all my hit dice, got healed, so I'm ready to get away from these bodies as soon as possible.
Alrighty. So, Sienna, seeing as that you are the navigator here, let's go ahead and bust out another one of those D10s and see what happens.
Alrighty. Oh, it's not a 3.
It's not a 3. I'm very disappointed by that. So, traveling forward through the forest, it's not a super dense forest, and the trail's relatively easy. But as you continue down, another horse, a scared horse, comes just bolting down the road, galloping past the party, and just going full tilt. It just barely misses running over the Mastiff with Eldon on it. You can tell it's clearly spooked, but there was no rider on it. So it was a little weird, and before you could even do anything, it has already gone past and around the bend and out of sight. I'm not really sure what it is with your party and these random horses galloping past you, but that is a thing that happened.
So it came toward us from the front?
Yep, came towards you from the front, came blazing past you, and went to the back, just right on down the road. Looks like it was heading back towards Aldenburg, from what you could tell.
Was there a saddle or anything else on it?
Why don't you roll a perception check?
I think I saw a horse.
You saw a horse.
Does anybody else feel like we should be cautious after seeing a riderless horse on our approach up the next part of this road?
I would agree with
I
that.
think we need to be cautious as I keep getting knocked off of the Mastiff, or shaken up on the Mastiff.
Well, that's a long 6-inch fall.
Luckily, I'm not going to make you roll an animal handling check on that.
Oh, thank you.
Are we following a road or trail?
It's relatively, you can see it's a trail. It's not completely worn into the dirt, but you can tell it's been traveled enough to see that it, people regularly use it.
And to either side of us, what's the terrain like?
Kind of wooded, like you would imagine a country road. Maybe some little hills and valleys, but nothing terribly treacherous at this point.
Does somebody want to go scout ahead or something, or should we just go slowly?
I was thinking more of getting off the road. But our horses might make it easy to still spot us. How about I dismount and go off the road and ahead to look?
Sounds good to me.
So I do that, and I try to get no more than 120 feet away if possible, but I want to be decently off the road to where I could hide behind something. Not crest any hills, things like that.
Okay, so we're saying the party order looks, something like that.
Except I'm much further ahead.
Yes, just, economy of scale here.
Yes.
All right. So, Sienna, I'm going to take the rolling duties away from you at the moment, just because of how I've got things listed here.
Already.
Mainly because we're starting to check things off. All right, so with Corin leading ahead, roughly 120 feet or so, he's kind of creeping forward, looking over the different hills, maintaining out of sight. The next hour or so is relatively uneventful. There's a bit of a passing rainstorm that's cropped up. It's started somewhat suddenly with some gusts of wind blowing through, a little cracks of lightning here and there. Kind of went on for roughly 20 minutes or so. Enough to pretty much make you sufficiently wet, but not enough to really break the heat or anything. So you...
Except for me, I'm using prestidigitation to keep myself dry.
All right, make note of that. Anybody else want to respond to the rain?
How does one use prestidigitation to keep themselves dry in a rainstorm?
I mean, it's one of those things where I just, every time I get too wet, I just dry myself off with it, and then I start getting wet again.
Are you still trying to be stealthy, though? Like, are you going to scout? Do you have to say something for prestidigitation?
I can look around and then quietly cast a spell.
Sure.
I would assume this would fall under the instantaneously cleaning or soiling an object. Or...
Yep. That's how I see it. The water is not part of the thing. I'm going to clean it off. It's mainly doing things like, keeping my boots dry and stuff like that. I don't want to slosh around.
I'm good with that. All right. So, as you're going through, he's keeping his feet dry, walking through it. Again, the rain caused a little bit, but it wasn't enough to, cause a lot of puddles or anything. Just enough to kind of get that rain scent going. And the wind is still blowing a little bit. It was one of those sudden storms. It came up and left as suddenly as it showed up. So the group keeps traveling forward, and the next hour or so has been also relatively uneventful. Go ahead, Corn, and roll me a perception check.
I'm blind today.
And it's not even dark out. So you don't see anything as you move forward. You're kind of signaling behind you that everything appears all clear. And so the group continues moving forward. There it is. All right. So you come up to a bit of a fork in the road. So then, Sienna, go ahead and roll a D4. All right. So you're going to... I left it up to fate, so I apologize. You're going to take the right fork, and you travel for about 15 or 20 minutes or so, and realize that you had the map upside down, and have kind of gotten the party lost for a little while. So as you're wandering through, you waste about an hour trying to get back to where you were on the map. So at this point, it's getting to be around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not dusk yet, but it's getting later in the day, just to keep you apprised of where you are. All right. So, as you get back to the road, you keep on traveling, and go ahead and roll me a perception check again, Corn, since you're in the front.
Okay. Finally.
Finally, look at that. So, you come across a clearing. So you come across a stretch of land that looks vaguely familiar. And
Are we walking in circles? Have we been here before?
Deja vu.
We're low on food, gotta find some boars.
Corin notices a large tree to the right of the path, and its trunk is twisted and gnarled and in graceful patterns. So here you are in a clearing, and you see a gnarled tree. What would you like to do?
Is there any? Can I see anything else in any direction?
Roll a perception check. You see a tree. It's rather gnarled and has some been twisted and some graceful patterns up around the trunk.
All right. Well, I will use message to tell everyone else what I've found, and that I am going to stay put, and I will get closer and investigate. So I'm going to tell that to Siona, and she can disperse, tell everyone else.
Let's stay put, guys.
And then I go investigate slowly.
Okay.
I want to get, probably no closer than 30 feet to it.
Okay. So there you go. There's about 30 feet.
All right. I guess I kind of just want to slowly circle the tree and look at it and see, make sure there's nothing else around as well, if best I can.
Okay. So you're staying where you are, or are you gonna kind of?
I'm gonna just kind of do that slowly,
Okay.
looking more away from the tree to see if anyone is around, but also just seeing what I can see around the tree as well.
All right. Well, roll a perception check from this vantage point. So, looking around, you to the south, you do see that the gnarled tree over the clump of bushes there, and the path is kind of winding around through that. It's not super worn into the dirt or anything, but you do see some track marks leading, kind of off in this direction, kind of off in this direction. Looks like there may have been, a bit of a battle, or a scuffle, should I say, and some divots into the ground in this area. But you don't see any people. You don't see any bodies or anything. Just looks like a bit of a sign of a scuffle.
All right. Well, if I'm out of range, I get back into range of message and tell the party that. See what they want to do.
He doesn't see anything. He sees there's a battle at some point. so I guess we can just catch up with him.
Okay. Say that y'all are still within 120 feet of each other. Actually, had to look up the range of message.
That's why I posted it.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't think we've been on a map yet that's been more than like 90 feet across.
We like our maps to be intimate.
You want to go investigate?
Yeah, might as well. I'll keep more of an eye out away while you guys get closer and look. Since it's a tree, I don't have much knowledge of trees.
I want to very, very carefully creep my way towards the tree.
Okay.
Is that the tree here?
Yes, this is the tree. Okay, so roll me a perception check there, Raz. So you
We're
get
going to need our barbarian to stop watching basketball.
you get close to the tree. You're close here, and you see towards the trunk there appears to be like a staff or some wooden object on the trunk. It looks a little out of place throughout the somewhat graceful patterns, so it does stick out to you.
I want to hit him with my axe.
You want to hit who with the axe?
The staff.
You hit
Like, just tap it or, like, try to chop it?
Are you throwing the axe from where you are?
No, I'm going to run up berserker style and just chop it.
Okay.
That was the tone of voice a DM uses when it's like, what? Did not prepare for that.
Oh, we lost Eldon. All right, he's back.
I see him running towards the tree. I'm like, hey, wait, don't! And I just back off because I'm a little skittish.
So, Thongrim, tell us what you're going to do here. Eldon, did you say you're taking cover behind the rock?
Essentially.
Okay, just making sure.
So I'm going to run up to it, and if it doesn't look like something I can pick up, I'm going to chop it in half with my axe.
All right, so let's see what kind of checks we're going to need here. One second. Okay, alrighty, lay it on me. So athletics, you are running towards the tree. Let's get on up there. I can't wait to see what happens.
Sorry, I looked away for half a sec. Did you say I need to roll again?
No, go ahead and move up there, and let's see what the barbarian charge does.
Hello.
Hello? Did you hear me?
Ash?
What was that doing?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and grab the staff and get it away from the tree.
Well, there's two things happening right now, and so let's let the charge resolve first.
I'm trying to put the charge down because he's distracted.
So let's just say he moved up there and he did that thing.
But I moved. Did it not move me?
No. Let's make sure.
I don't see him moved.
All right. Do we see two Thungrims on the board?
I do.
I do.
Can you move either of them, Ash?
I don't. I see me. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I guess I'm not on the same map that you are.
Okay. All right. That would make a lot of sense. Do me a favor. Go to the gear in Roll20 and rejoin as player.
Sorry, I thought I was.
No, it took me a long time the first time to realize that.
So the good news is I don't think I'm going to be paying attention to basketball very much longer.
Are you losing?
Oh, we're getting our teeth kicked in.
All right.
And you're taking out on a staff.
Okay, everybody.
All right, hold on. Between the athletics save and the strength save.
We lost Eldon.
7 Boston Browns. All right. Between those two, I want to squeeze this in.
Okay. Good. I was about to ask you to do that. So, as you're running towards it, and I'm going to move you back to here. As you're running... All right, so as the barbarian runs through, he does his perception check, but as he crosses here, he notices the tree start to move and interrupts the barbarian charge, and it's time to roll initiative.
Corin's still, getting over the St. Patrick's Day. He's a little sluggish today.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Eldon.
You can change Raziel's to a 9. I just forgot to click my thing beforehand, as usual.
Gotta stop forgetting to click your thing. Okay. Eldon, you with us? Oh, wait. Why aren't you showing up on the list? Okay. All right.
Probably everything's just breaking tonight. I play Mash's basketball team.
I do too. All right, so everybody should be in order here. 1 second. Because what's a battle without the music? So the barbarian notices the tree moves and the branches start to shake as leaves start falling all around the area. And to metagame this a little bit, it kind of reminds you a little bit of the Whomping Willow from the Harry Potter series. So, with that said, Eldon, you are up.
Okay, Eldon's never first.
There's a first time for everything.
I thought Raz was first.
No, he said he had a 9.
Oh, I just saw the 20. Okay.
Okay,
It's confusing being first, isn't it?
Yeah, very. Well, how many? There's 4 of us.
Should be 5. Should be 5.
Well, okay. There's 4 of you, 5 total. Okay, so, think I'll do. I bless at level 2. Which should allow me to bless all 4 of the others. And I will stay put, and that will be my turn.
We will say that the heart is a blessing.
Sure.
At least that'll make it easy for me to remember. So you are staying put, and that's your turn?
What do I know? What do we know about this type of creature in lore?
Well, let's see here. Why don't you roll me a nature check?
Let's see if I've got this. Oh, it's terrible.
Well, you can tell from your recollection of all the studies that you have done that this is not a natural twee. It's not a natural twee. Clearly, something has been done to this gnarled ancient tree to make it angry. But yeah, clearly, this is not a natural phenomenon.
Okay, would I know how mobile it is and what kind of attacks it has?
Maybe. Roll an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
DM question while he does that.
Shoot.
Was the staff like poking out of the tree, or is it just laying on the ground?
It was poking out of the tree.
Okay.
Like it was, lodged into it where, you could. Raz noticed it was there because it just looked out of place. So, regarding that, you have, Eldon, you recall that there was a form of awakening magic that you have heard about in your studies. Hold on. So that allows inanimate objects the ability to move and gain familiarity of humanoid creatures and to move and to attack. So you've heard about this magic before. It's somewhat of an advanced magic that charms the object.
Okay, so as far as what kinds of attack or mobility it has, I'm just trying to decide if I should move.
That I don't think you know.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I will move back. How come I can't move my guy?
That I don't know.
I'd like to.
Can anybody move their people?
I can.
I got it now. I'm just gonna move behind this rock.
Okay.
Since I blessed everybody else but myself. Alright, that's it.
All right. Thongren, you are up.
I guess I'm gonna continue my attack, targeting the staff.
Okay.
Roll a d4.
Oh, he got a 1. He missed.
Yeah, you missed. So
Wait, is what's the blessing though, right?
It doesn't matter. You rolled a natural 1.
yeah, so that's pretty much a miss. So we're gonna say that as you run up to it, you reach to cleave the staff away from the tree, and you get caught up in one of the roots, and you end up not only missing but dropping the great axe onto the ground. And for grins, roll me a dexterity save. And you kind of fumble forward a little bit, but just land on your feet. It was a spectacular trip, but you landed solidly on your feet.
Ta-da!
You hear some random golf clapping coming from the sky. All right. I think anything else?
No, that'll do it.
Alrighty. Mr. Raz, you are up.
I yell something very loudly in Elven, which translates roughly to "son of a birch." Vicious mockery.
Alright, hang on, let me consume that. Alright, wisdom saving throw. Apparently I can't click wisdom saving throws on this NPC sheet.
I mean, how wise can a tree be?
Well, it's not nearly as dumb as you thought. I think it would be. But,
You can be smart, but not wise.
true.
Ooh, it succeeds.
Alright, so I'm going to ask a dumb question real quick since I can't click a saving throw. Oh, wait, yes I can. Here it is. Well, let's try that. Alright, so we're going to take that one because I could click that.
Still saves.
Still saves.
Guess it didn't speak Elvish, so I kind of ducked back under the rock under cover. And
kind of
cursed
tree
myself because it didn't work.
What kind of tree doesn't speak Elvish?
I mean, every tree I know has spoken Elvish. But how many trees do I know?
I'm done.
Alright, Corin, I gave you the tie. You are up.
Alright. I am going to cast, let's see, hold on, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm going to cast Mage Hand on the tree and use my bonus action to have it grab the staff and try and pull it out.
Okay. Okay, so how would I make that happen? Would that be a strength check on the hand?
You're trying to what?
Mage hand trying to grab the staff and try to pull it away from the tree. Would that be a strength check on the hand? Or honestly, I had not considered that, so I don't know how to rule on that one.
I'm looking it up now.
Your call, I would say, but that doesn't sound like a bad save.
But we know the strength of it.
Well, it'll be that he can pull. I mean, it can pick up in a certain amount, so it'd just be whether or not you want to roll like a certain percentile dice to see if how embedded into the tree it is or something, how much strength it would take to pull away.
Right, that's what I was getting at. I think that it's clearly within the poundage that the hand could lift.
Yeah, because a staff weighs about 4 pounds.
Yeah, so that's not the question. It's more the strength on how to get
This
it
this
out.
person did some math and figured out a mage hand has a strength of 1.322, which means it's got a -5 to its strength rolls.
All right, let's write that one down.
You want me to roll that, or?
Yes, I do, and I am going to. Hold on, I got to figure out what the check is going to be against. All right. We're going to roll it against the strength number. Or it doesn't.
Well, I completely failed.
Yeah, doesn't really matter. So, what I was going to do is roll it against the tree's strength check. So, either way, the mage hand, it pops into existence, and it reaches over there and it grabs the shaft of the staff and tries to pull it as strongly as it can. And after a few tugs, it just doesn't do anything, and the staff just doesn't move.
Alright, well, that's my turn.
All right. The tree's turn. It takes its limb and slams it into Thongrim. And does that... Hits. Alright, let's see how balanced this is. Oh! It comes down with the full weight of the tree limb. And just bludgeons Thongrim.
I should have raged. That'll teach me.
And the tree stands still.
Tree.
Siona, you are up.
Can I see the mage hand? I can't remember. Or is it
Yeah,
invisible?
It's invisible.
Well, seeing that everybody keeps focusing on the staff, I'm going to go over and try to pull it out of the tree.
All right. Roll and roll. And since I said this is what we're going to do last time. The tree says no.
What tree?
Then I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark. And that's the end of my turn.
We will say that that is the hunter's mark for you. Eldon, you were up.
Who's Eldon?
I'm Eldon.
Until you disconnect.
Yes, you were Eldon until you disconnect.
Okay, so Eldon, seeing Thomgren getting hit so hard, will cast Healing Word as a bonus action on Thomgren. Oh, I can choose level. At level 2, so
Alright, so 5 healing.
it's 7.
I see 5.
I see 5. Is there a +2 somewhere in there?
Is it the 2 plus the 5?
Right, because it's a higher level cast.
Oh,
so I
okay.
get an additional D4.
I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually looking at it too because it looks kind of funny the way they did it in the screen.
Yeah. Okay. 7 it is.
So, and then I'm going to cast my Sacred Flame upon the tree, which is a cantrip which allows me to do that. If it saves.
Alright, 1 second. I'm just going to ask, what is, if I have a score of 6, what is the modifier? -3?
Yes.
-1.
Well, he has to beat a DC 13.
No, it's -2. Because 8's -1, 6 would be -2.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
Gotcha. I'm still trying to figure out how these spell sheets work, or these character sheets.
I was thinking positive numbers.
I'm not following. There we go.
Sorry, that took so long. So he failed it, the tree failed it, and takes the 3 damage.
I'm
Yes.
glad that tree could not dodge out of the way of your spell.
Alright. Anything else, Eldon?
And yeah, that's my turn. I like that.
Thongrim, you are up.
Bonus action to pick up my. Well, let's see. Consulting the manual. Hold on.
Lots of manual consulting in this battle.
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage instead of pick up my weapon. And then I'm going to try and rip the staff from the tree. While raging, I have advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Good thing you raged.
Yes. So, you grab onto the staff with both hands and rage a mighty raging howl and pry the staff-like object out of the tree. Now you are holding a staff.
Alright, I'm going... Let's see, you can't do anything else with a movement, right? You can't trade a movement in for anything?
No.
I don't think so.
Alright, then I'm done. Can I do, like, I guess you can't, like, take cover or anything, can you? Or brace or anything?
No, you need an action for that.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'm done.
Alright, Raz, you are up.
Yeah, so I continue just yelling in the language of the Forest Elves. And I figured maybe that was the wrong one. Maybe it's a different tree. So I basically tell them I say, hey, go fig yourself.
Corin takes 2 points of damage.
Wisdom saving throw. Hey, that's better.
Alright. So 1d4. Alright, you can't tell it, but the tree died just a little bit on the inside. Just a smidge.
And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna throw a little play my flute and throw a little healing towards Thungrim. And I'm done.
Okie dokie. Corin, you are up.
Alright, I guess now the staff's gone. The tree's still moving around, I guess.
The tree is clearly still moving around.
Alright, well, I'm gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Thunk.
Guess I don't need my bless for that, so... 16 points of damage.
Alright. That did a significant chunk of damage to the tree, but it's still actively moving.
Alright, and that will conclude my turn.
The tree rustles its leaves and moves and first 2 limbs squash together and attempt to slam into the barbarian again.
That's a hit.
Alright.
I think is 10 a hit.
Oh wait, do I have advantage?
No.
Do I have
Tree has
Oh,
disadvantage.
tree has
yeah.
disadvantage. That's right. So
Then that's a miss.
that is a miss. Good call. Stupid, vicious mockery. When does that end?
That did not hit me.
That did not hit you. So the tree takes it and smashes its limbs right next to the barbarian, hits the ground, and whoa! And I move the map. The tree shakes himself, as as much as a tree could possibly be aggravated, and moves itself as it pulls its roots out of the ground and moves itself here. Sienna, you are up.
Okay. Since I see that it's still being all crazy, I'm just gonna take a swing with my longsword at it.
That is a hit. You cleave a good chunk of bark off one side of the tree, and a few limbs here or there fall off. But the tree is still wild and woolly, as much as a tree could be.
+3. I forgot about Hunter's Mark.
Ah, yes. Same flourish. Same flourish.
I stand my ground.
Eldon, you are up. Eldon? There he is.
It's your turn, Eldon.
He did Sacred
Oh,
Flame,
I see it.
and I'm busy clicking on the wrong thing. Alright, so that is... Would you care to flourish a little bit? If you can hear us, beep once for yes, 2 for no. Alright, Eldon.
He can't hear us.
I see a mute on his thing in Discord.
But he can't hear us.
I see. Not having voices. Interesting.
The tree's dead, right?
No, the tree is not dead.
Then maybe we just move on to the next player.
Well, he's in the middle of typing. I didn't want to move on, and in case he did something else, because he can still do something with his bonus move. So remaining patient with technology. Singeing the limbs, leaving them smoking. Alright. Thongrim, you are up.
Alright. Bonus action, I'll pick up my axe.
You can actually just use a free action for that, apparently.
Okay. I'll pick up my axe and I guess put the staff, I don't know, attach it to something, I don't know.
The staff is attached to something.
But in all that confusion, I'm gonna totally whiff the great axe attack.
For the second time, the great axe moves swiftly through the air, but the barbarian manages to trip over his feet. And let's go ahead and roll us another dexterity save. See what happens. And just barely manages to keep his feet.
But he's blessed, so he could roll a d4 to it.
Hey, you're back.
Hey, there he is. No, he's on his feet. He almost whiffed it, but he's on his feet still. So action and anything else?
Nope.
Raz, what will the bard do this round?
Ooh, that's a big old tree. I don't want to get close. I think I'll just pull out my hand crossbow and take an aim shot and prop my elbow against this rock and fire right at the trunk, right in the middle.
The tree moves its tree limbs as in like bring it. Thunk. No other bonuses or anything?
Nope. And I'll just reload that sucker and aim for my next turn.
Alright. The crossbow bolt, hits dead center into and just lodges itself right into the trunk and into the grooves. And you see the tree shudder a good bit. Corin, you are up.
Alright, well, I'm going to shoot it with an arrow again. Found my character sheet. I'm going to roll my d4. Does 12 hit?
The arrow just chinks off and is diverted and just misses, and it's repelled from the bark.
Alright, I'm going to move, just stand still.
Racist errors. All right. The tree is in woody wisdom turns and uses its back limbs to once again slam into the barbarian. Miss. And he is still not mocked anymore, correct? Did that
He is not at disadvantage.
Okay. It doesn't matter, just alright. So not at disadvantage, and he is where's my mouse? The tree is going to move towards the source of the racist errors. 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
An
I
attack of
got
opportunity.
Yep. I was going to give it to you.
They were both just sitting there, hands hovering over that push to talk button.
No. Go ahead and attack the moving tree. Let's see what happens. Does Hunter's Mark give you advantage or anything?
Trying to remember.
Well,
I think she hits it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to ask. I mean, before you use bless, if you're blessing.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
It doesn't. Mm-mm.
Okay. So with your blessing, you have hit.
Hmm. 14.
All right. That put the hurt on the tree, and it's the tree. The limbs are moving slower. And Thungren, would you care to flourish?
No, I'm good.
The great axe cleaves the limbs off the trunk and just splits it in two, and the tree stops moving. And you guys have earned your victory fanfare. So the tree is dead. Just let me know when you're
Are you chopping lumber?
Let me know when you're done.
Are you making us some
He's
firewood?
getting those 7s out of the way.
Do you need help with that?
For whatever time takes to run out the minute, I'm just gonna keep chopping because I have nothing else to do with this seething rage.
You could end your rage as a bonus action.
Yeah, but what fun is that? Mad with rage, he just continues to attack a useless tree as everyone else goes about their business.
Use the kindling.
So the tree takes it. Would you care to take a trophy from this tree, Thongrim, in your vicious rage?
As I start to, my blood starts to cool down. I start to gather myself. I'm like, and I take the staff and just give it to Eldon. Take your magic stick.
So Eldon has the assumed magic staff.
You want me to identify this?
Can you identify it?
Yes, I can.
I'm a barbarian blacksmith. I'm about as much use for magic as as you would for a giant sword.
Would
Well,
we
I
like-
say next time we're in town, we find a leathersmith and we make you a strap for your axe.
That goes around your wrist so you
Yeah.
can't drop it.
Like a Wii strap.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
Do we want to take a moment to burn the tree down and have a campfire, short rest campfire while I identify this?
I don't need one, but if y'all want to take a quick break.
I don't need the break. I mean, but
Can we identify maybe later tonight? Because I have things to identify for you to identify too.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Now that I know you can do it.
Can you cast that as a ritual?
Yes, I can.
I know, but can you as a bard cast it as a ritual?
I'm not a bard.
And I don't have it.
Yeah, I'm
So
getting classes confused.
here's a question, and I don't mean to derail this, but so what is the conditions of a ritual? You just have to be focused and doing this. Like, could you do it if you spend an hour riding on a horse?
No, it's a 10-minute. I think it's 10 minutes of uninterrupted time to
10 minutes longer than normal.
Yeah.
But could you do that, like, if you're riding in a wagon or, sitting, or is it just not sitting on a horse? Like, could you do it if you were traveling?
I wouldn't think so, but
I'm just curious. I don't mean to derail. Go back to this.
I think if you were riding in a wagon, you could.
Yeah, I'm not sure about like
Possibly.
a mounted steed, but if you were traveling in like a...
Yeah. I don't know how many checks I'd have to do. Animal check, I'd have to do...
Well, you love animal handling checks.
Animal handling check, focus checks, probably.
This thing says the only requirement for it is that you must be able to cast the spell every round and maintain concentration on it. Riding would incur concentration checks.
Right. Oh, yeah, okay.
So you have to make 61 concentration checks.
All right, so get on it. 61. 61 D20. Go.
That seems dumb, but if you did do it, it would be like the greatest feat in the history of Dungeons and Dragons.
So DM, as they're taking a look at this staff and kind of looking at it back and forth, wondering what it is, I'm going to go search the grounds where the tree originally was, just the bushes, the roots, the grounds, any rock walls nearby, just to see if anything's out of place that would cause this tree to sort of uproot here, of all places.
So as you're... we'll just say passive perception gets it. So you see on the ground clearly where the roots had taken out of the soil. I mean, and the turf is just all sorts of torn up. And the tree limbs and all this, it seems like there was a struggle at one point in time. But the bushes and the trees, you see new growth from around where the tree once was at the beginning of this fight. But you don't see any bodies or any type of debris. It just looks like the tree had uprooted itself from all visual cues.
Would my previous Arcana check would have known anything else as far as that nature and Arcana checks that I did have told me anything else about that as far as the tree? Or would I have to re-roll those?
As far as the tree in and of itself, you just know about the types of spells that have been used, or the type of spell that would be used in order to make this happen. You know that it's a lengthy spell to cast, taking roughly 8 hours to cast. But it happens instantaneously. But again, there's outside of just knowing about the spell, you don't really have any inkling of why they would have done it on this particular tree. You do know that the duration of the spell is the plant and or beast is charmed for roughly 30 days, or until it's killed.
Does any of the other plant life look unusual?
Can't you hear the lack of music? No, none of the...
Just making sure.
Oh, no, good point. Good point. Had not thought about that. But all of the surrounding foliage and plants and everything seem to be significantly less angry than the tree. Docile, if you would.
So I guess I'll walk a little more east just to continue my inspection, and I guess I come upon some of these people's tracks you were talking about before. Do I notice, were they running away from this tree? Are they running towards it? Is this just normal foot traffic?
Looks from what you could tell, it looks like it may have been in rushing away from it. But the tracks have been kind of washed away and worn a little bit through different weather patterns and such. So, anything else y'all want to do in this clearing, in this area?
No, I'm good. We don't have much light left, so might as well go as far as we can before it gets too dark for me to see.
I'm sorry I ran off and attacked it. Yeah, I've heard rumors of the Devil's Tree, and I could have sworn I saw it move, and next thing you know, the rage took over. I'll try to keep it under control.
Oh, and here I thought the rage came from getting bonked upside the head. I say from a comfortable distance away.
It's no worry at all. It's not every day you come across a magical bashing tree.
All right. So, if the party wishes, we will carry on.
Did we search the tree for anything else?
Didn't someone say they were looking in at the tree?
Raziel looked around where the tree was in
the
here? Wooded area.
Oh.
I'll go look in the tree then.
Well, did you notice? Did the Thongrim notice anything when he was chopping the tree to pieces?
I'm going to
you
say
see
no.
You see a bunch of broken artwork that would have been worth thousands.
That was much better than what I was going to come up with. So yes, you see a lot of artifacts that were once considered priceless that are now just pure rubble and toothpicks.
Well, they're still priceless.
Oh, they're the best.
Well,
what
kind of? Can we tell what kind of wood it is? Is it like something that would be good to make anything out of? Like arrows or anything? Yeah, if it was like a hard wood or something.
But we need.
I keep thinking of like ironwood from Game of Thrones, but I know that's not the same.
We need to farm this.
That is a great question. Do we know? Are there different types of wood? Because I'm willing to go with this.
Seems like something we would know.
I think it was kind of some sort of ash wood.
That would be fitting. Although I don't know if I want to touch Ash's wood.
Again.
I think
just
you'd be
one
barking
time.
up the wrong tree.
Just one time.
I don't know. If Corin, you'd probably be the judge of it. I don't know if you know if it's better or worse than the wood that your arrows are made out of.
Well, given that my arrow did the most damage of anything we did, it can't be that strong a wood.
It's because it's racist.
That's a good point. So if it's kind of a soft wood where the arrows would have done it, we're just going to call it pine. It's pine wood. So take that as you will.
Can I make some derby cards out of it?
Pine? That's make a bat out of it.
I just make pine wood derby cards.
All right. So there's a whole lot of toothpicks and just damaged artifacts. Not many damaged paintings, we'll say, that are now absolutely worthless. And some pine, if you wish to take some.
No, I'm pretty sure I can find pine elsewhere if I need it.
Is there pine sap?
Yes, sure. There is lots of pine sap.
It came out when the staff was
Yes.
yanked.
It's covering the great axe. Now that you mention it, so yes, his great axe is now sticky with sap too.
Gonna end up like Christmas Vacation, trying to turn books.
A lot of sap, lots of sap.
All right, if you guys are done playing CSI on this tree, I think we should, kind of, move out.
Mosey. Transform and roll out.
All right.
I mean, those guards were able to track us, because we looked at some cats. Now we just stopped and chopped the tree up. We might not make too easy a target of ourselves.
Well, no,
I agree. We should leave.
don't mistake this. Y'all weren't just looking at some cats. Somebody was feeding some cats.
She was dropping food as we walked, though.
We don't want to splinter the group, though.
All right, last call for puns. All right, so it is getting late in the day. The sun is beginning to set. The sun's getting low. So you move from this clearing, and the next little bit, the next hour or so passes somewhat uneventfully. We'll say that Thongrum has spent some time cleaning his axe blade from the sap, or the other way around, cleaning the sap from his axe blade. And coming up to the next hour, the party starts getting a little hungry. It's been, like I said, it's been a pretty active day. So everybody is getting hungry. He said with a stop.
I mean, do we want to stop and eat? Do we want to go hunt something down, or do you want to just live off rations?
I guess that'd be, what is that, a wilderness check, just to see if it looks like there's anything around here that could be hunted?
Or we can let Sienna do it. She can just magically make food appear.
What do you say, Sienna?
I'll have one magic ham sandwich.
Magic ham sandwich. I hand out some rations or whatever that I brought along with me and go and search around for, maybe around our campsite, for any wild berries or mushrooms or anything like that to supplement what we already have. Here's dinner.
At some point?
Say that again?
Are we making camp then?
Not necessarily. You guys were just hungry.
Oh. So we're eating on the ride. Got it.
Corian, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yes.
So as y'all are munching down on that delicious sounding rations and berries and such, Miracle Whip. All right, that was good. You come out of the forest and towards the Sorry, whisper came in. You come out of the forest. The trees are thinning. The pathway, gives way to a clearing, and Siona exclaims, somewhat quietly because she's being cautious and all, that this appears to be where the map has been leading us all this way. So, upon entering the clearing, you see a building kind of off by its lonesome in the middle of the clearing, that appears to be in the exact spot that was marked on the map. There, on initial inspection, it does not appear to be anybody around. There are no horses. You see that there are tracks and trails leading up to the tavern that have been well traveled, as if that this was a somewhat, at least at one point, a common way stop for travelers on the road. To the west, you are on the bluffs. You're overlooking the Manston Sea. As the sun starts to set, it's getting dusk. It's not dark, but the reddish hues of the end of day are starting to creep up. There's a bit of a brisk wind coming up from the bluffs, from the water, and you smell the sea water. But yes, the tavern is out in the clearing.
Cautious approach. What do we notice?
Well, Eldon, why don't you roll me a perception check? You notice a building that looks like a tavern in the middle of the clearing, and there does not appear to be any horses or other wildlife or people milling around. It looks somewhat abandoned.
And you said this is the place where the mark on the map that was similar to a red flames symbol?
Yes.
Can I take a look around for tracks that are leading to or from the building?
Yes.
Or any signs that, this building has been used recently?
Yes, you may. Hold on 1 second.
Never mind, that didn't do what I thought it did.
Okay.
Can't tell that we're lying.
I'm just going to pull open my knapsack and throw on my Red Flames Administrator's tunic with my father's symbol on it, just to be extra cautious.
Okay. So, Sienna, go ahead and do a survival. I think it's a survival check.
It is.
Yeah. So, you do see that there were, again, the tracks that had been there. They have been kind of worn away from the rain and from the wind. It doesn't look like there's been anybody around here for a week or so. But you can see that there are patches of grass that have been worn out that people have visited here recently. Well, let's say within the past, how quickly does grass grow? We'll say over the past couple of weeks. But it doesn't seem like anybody's been here within, the past week or so.
Okay. I share that with you guys.
Well, I say we cautiously go on down there. Like there's no smoke coming out of the chimney or anything like that, is there?
There is no smoke coming out of the chimney. But there is indeed a chimney.
So I'm not sure what I would be able to tell them potentially about this area, not really realizing that the map had a symbol on it.
Well, it was a obscure symbol that Eldon happened to recognize from his time looking through the books at Blackmore Manor, and like I said, it was written kind of hidden right in plain sight. It's not a very common symbol, but it was something that Eldon recognized as part of the Red Flames.
Right, and we noticed it basically because there was a difference between our map that we were given and the maps that were normally handed out.
Would I know anything just about the general area as like a local history, local lore, just being a local to the area?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you to run me a history check, but that actually makes more sense since you've lived in the area. That you've heard about this, over the past couple of weeks. You've heard passersby coming through the smith shop. Talking about this way stop that's cropped up over the past couple of months. All right, so that it's been there. The building's been there, but you've heard about people stopping at this tavern, as they're coming through. Because again, Aldenburg being a trade stop, so people made mention that it's it seemed to be a reputable place. Not a lot of violence went on there, but travelers could stop, get a quick meal, along their way. But it was just in passing, enough for Thongrim to remember, but not enough to really, be super memorable. Like you can't remember if it had a name or anything. But this, coming, several hours north of Aldenburg, you were aware that something was here.
I still vote for the cautious approach.
Same.
Okay.
And I guess, since we know about the mark on the map, and we know, that this building is in that mark. Are we noticing any symbology around the building that might match on the external? Because we haven't gone inside, of course, yet.
That is correct. So let's say that on the front porch of the building, you do happen to see these markings over the door frame.
Oh, it's like a oddly like fish symbol, but a red flame symbol.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to get something up real quick. So we're going to try something that we have not yet done, and hopefully it'll work out.
Oh,
Can you guys see anything?
Yeah.
Barely.
All right, because I can't see anything.
Oh, scroll down. May just be you're really zoomed in.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, so we're going to pretend with the theater of the mind that you are standing on the porch outside of the front wall of the tavern. And directly in front of... Hold on. No wonder I can't see anything. We're going to move you two out of the way so you can see these little door-like things. Pretend those right there are doors. So you are standing out front of the wall. There are doors in front of you, and you see that the fish-like markings, the red flames markings that Eldon recognizes are above the door frame.
Are there any windows?
There are, but they are all boarded up. They are shuttered from the inside.
All right, I'm gonna, I guess, put my ear to the door and see if I can hear anything.
Same.
Okay. So whoever is trying to listen in, roll me a perception check.
I will assist him.
Roll me an assisted perception check.
Just gave him advantage, which did nothing.
Yes. So you press your ear up against the door and you listen very hard, but you don't hear anything.
All right, do we want to just go in? Is there any other way that we can see to get in there? Or see in?
No, it's like I said, it's a very simple looking building. You know, there's a little signpost out front that we'll say has insert bar name here, and all the windows have been shuttered from the inside. There's the one set of doors out front. You don't see really any other way in or out.
Maybe we should check the door for a trap.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I'm not a trap checker and I don't have that spell, so without being able to reset, I can't get in. I can't check.
All right, I will check for traps.
Roll an investigation, or is it perception?
It's perception.
Okay. Well,
Are you sure it's perception for an active search?
It's perception. Investigation is putting clues together.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right, so you cautiously...
Now, I was reading in the Xanathar's guide that because I'm proficient in thieves' tools, I should get advantage on that. Just saying.
Is that...
Hold, please.
That would be on page 84.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. It says additional insight.
Right, if you scroll back to, I guess it's page 78, it talks about being proficient with the tool and the skill grant advantage. Trying to find these. There it is, yeah.
Second column.
Yeah, it's at top. If the use of a tool and the use of a skill both apply to a check.
Yeah, all right. Just making sure. Yeah, I'm good with that. So, Corin looks around the door frame, he doesn't see any toothpicks sticking out of the joints of the door. Doesn't see any drawstrings or, steel wires. He spends a little bit of time, but he just does not see any traps on the door.
All right. Well, should we go in? Before I check the door handle, are we sure you want to go in there?
I check the door handle to see if it's locked.
It's locked.
All right. Well, can I attempt to pick it, or is it locked from the inside?
You can try to
lock
pick
the
it.
bar.
I heard I can try and something on top of it.
I'm going to allow you to try and pick it. So you pick the lock, and the door is now unlocked. Don't really know how to flourish that one. Ta-da! You have unlocked the door.
Click.
Alright, well, I guess I turn the handle or knob or whatever and slowly push it open.
All right.
Does it open inward or outward?
You pick.
Sorry.
I think it would be inwards, right? Like, what
Yeah,
kind of an establishment has a door you have to pull open?
Most of them.
The special ones.
The door is open.
That was the whole point of that.
Norm!
Is it dark in there?
You and your questions. Yes, it would apparently be dark in there.
Yeah. So what time are we at in the day? Is it twilight or dusk? As well. What?
So yes, it's getting late in the day. The sun is still there, but it's setting. Like I said, the red light of day is of dusk is coming on.
Okay.
It is dark in there because there's no fire except for the dancing lights that are apparently.
Now there's 4 dancing lights.
There are now dancing lights, and you can now see what you see here.
Most of us could see anyway, but
Yes, Thongrim, yes, even Thongrim should have dark vision.
okay. Who's stepping across the door first?
So one bit here that I apparently did not put on here, there is a fireplace. Hang on, let me see here. There's a fireplace there, towards the north of the room.
What is that then?
That a boarded up window?
That is a door.
That's a door.
It is a closed door, but it is a door.
This building was rather large.
I'm just gonna look around at these bar tables and see if anything has been left on them or underneath them, like almost like looking for loose change.
You do see the remnants of old meals, some cups and stuff that have been there. It looks like the food has been kind of dried on, and it's a little bit of the smell of some rotting leftovers. It does smell a little dusky and dusty, musky, due to it being closed for it seems like a little while now. It does not appear that anybody has been in the building for a few weeks, and the fireplace at the north of the room is obviously not lit.
All right. Well, I want to go up to this other door and again try to listen in, see if I hear anything behind it.
Hold on, Thongrim, you rolled a persuasion check. What were you? Who or what were you attempting to persuade?
I can't read, and apparently that's not perception.
Okay.
Sorry,
I see the same. Every time I do it too, I look at them like that.
Just making sure.
I'm persuading the room to tell me something about
To tell you its
what
secret.
it knows. Tell me your secret room.
The walls are suspiciously quiet, as if they cannot talk. So Siona has apparently dove over the bar.
Is there anything? Yeah. Is there anything behind the bar?
Jeez,
Yeah, I
that
do
didn't
one of
take
those.
long.
I do one of those. The jump and slide like you do across the car.
So
do that across the bar.
You kind of Dukes a Hazard over the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, what you doing over there? Just
Rolling acrobatics.
Yeah. Yes, please, by all
Can we
means.
make that athletics?
No, I'm going to go
I
acrobatics.
mean, I would lift myself with my arms.
You're not vaulting, you're sliding.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
So
Damn
do you.
it.
Looks like them Duke boys are in trouble now.
Okay, I land on my ass on the floor. Is there anything behind the bar?
Well, lucky for you, as you fall on your ass on the other side of the bar, you happen to
Find
see...
your pride.
You find your... Not only do you find your pride down there, but you happen to see a few potions hanging out on the bottom shelf of the bar. We'll say while you're back there, you see that the bar also has a variety of bottles of drinks, from ale to fire whiskey around, and you see a till towards the northern side of the bar. I feel like I need to click this.
Go.
Oh no.
Go. Yes, just like that.
Only wearing armor.
Only wearing armor.
Flying into the floor.
Would I recognize the potions? Or the healing potions?
Yes, hold on, but I want to watch this video.
Okay. You haven't yet?
It's like 2 seconds.
I know, I'm slow.
Go.
All right. That's awesome. All right. So,
although Eldon was startled and distracted by the fall behind the bar, he's still looking around, looking for the same symbols we saw over the door and things like that.
You don't happen to see any inside of this room. To answer Siona's question, you do happen to recognize these potions, and you notice them as potions of healing, and there are 3 of them. So the treasurer should make note of 3 potions of healing.
He will do that.
And 1
also
bottle
fill
of
up the
fire
wine
whiskey.
flask with whiskey.
Yes.
Oh no, we're fighting over the whiskey.
Okay, so let's handle this contest real quick.
We can share the whiskey. You put some in your flask, and I'll put some in my water skin.
Oh no, I want to see a battle, see who wins it outright.
And I'll put the rest in me belly.
Can I persuade you to share it?
You don't want to roll a strength check against each other?
I guess we can.
Arm wrestle for it.
An arm wrestle it is.
I see you put your beefy arm on the table. I'm like, I'm out. I just wave my hands. Nope, you win.
I pour as much of it that will fit in a water skin and give him the rest.
These are 3 regular potions of healing. Vanilla, if you will.
They are vanilla potions of healing. You know, they were aged in a fine bourbon barrel cask with some Madagascar vanilla beans. They have a flavor.
So we agree that the base ones are vanilla, the next ones are chocolate, and the top ones are strawberry. Does everybody agree? Nobody's allergic?
The cherries on top.
Sure.
Absolutely, and just wait till you find the rare Neapolitan ones. Because apparently in this world, potions are now ice cream flavors, and I dig it. Mark that, Ash. At some point there will be a Baskin-Robbins in a city.
31 flavors of potions.
Why not? I mean, you know, they gotta taste like something, right?
Can't wait for the punny name of that store.
Me either.
Does anyone wonder why there's just healing potions lying around?
Well, it's a tavern. It's a way stop. I mean, there might be need to, there could be some people that come in straggling and hurting, so they need to have some on hand. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Let me phrase it. Does anyone else wonder why there's potions of healing just lying around not locked up for anyone to just steal?
I don't know. We had to go through a lot of stuff to get here. Maybe they needed to heal up once they got here.
I mean, if this was an actual operating tavern, I'm sure there would be someone working the bar.
All right, and you would assume that. I mean,
Fist fights. They need to heal each other.
Yeah, I mean,
Heal up.
and granted, let's recall, Sienna really didn't see them until she fell on her ass and saw them on the bottom shelf, kind of tucked away behind at the bottom of the bar.
What luck I have.
See, not all ones are bad.
The fortunes of failures.
Yes. And in case that is literally in my notes. So, what's next?
I want to go back to listening at that door.
Yes, roll me a perception check. So, you keep your ear up against the door, and you don't hear anything back coming through the doorway either.
So, same thing as on the door. Want to check it for traps.
Make it so.
Ooh, that's not good either way.
So, again, you go through the motions, checking the door jambs for the obvious toothpicks and such. You don't see any wires or any plates out of joint. Seems like a perfectly safe door that will open inward, away from you.
Yes.
Inwards towards the next room.
Zoe, come on.
It's a great microphone.
All right. Well, I will try to open the door and slowly push it open.
All right.
While our tanks are over there getting drunk on fire whiskey.
All right.
I'm over wanting to know what's behind the door as well. Kind of ignoring the fire whiskey.
Sorry, I'm lots of activity in the basement this evening. So the door opens, and you see what appears to be the back room kitchen area of the tavern. You see some remnants of food that was being prepared that is now covered in flies and maggots, and see some barrels and chairs. And the bard is busily draining himself outside the tavern door. Love the color. In the northwest corner, you do see a stairwell leading downwards.
All right, guys, we've got a downstairs to check out. Once people are done defacing the property.
No video going right now. Those are just run-of-the-mill chairs that are kind of backed up against a railing that kind of overlook the downward stairs.
I cautiously approach the stairs.
Can I tell what's in the barrels?
You kind of see a little bit of liquid seeping out of the barrels. It looks like a mead and another barrel of that sour wine that you guys first encountered in the downstairs of Firestone Keep.
People and their terrible wines.
Seems to be a staple of this glorious land. It doesn't have the same vintage wine as that you remember back in the days of Ecleros.
Well, apparently our barbarian got drunk and passed out on the floor. Oh, there he goes.
He stepped away, but we're gonna say he's drafting behind everybody.
Oh, I see the BRB.
Is there anything interesting on the table?
Just some rotting food and maybe a kitchen knife, but nothing really out of the ordinary. I mean, it's for like a kitchen area.
All right. Who wants to be the first one down the stairs?
I'll take a step backward.
I want to stealthily creep down the stairs first and just take a peek.
Ooh.
All right. Roll me a stealth check. Huh. All right. Well, we're gonna say. Well, there goes that stealth as he snake. So you crouch down and you start, scrolling down. You physically scroll yourself down. You wander down this spiral staircase very slowly, and you reveal. Still learning how to use this thing. Hold on. You see the basement.
For the time being, we're just going to assume my dancing lights are following me.
I agree.
Guess I will step out to the basement and just make sure nothing looks particularly sinister about the room. And if not, then I'll call up and give the all clear.
Okay, so you want to roll me a perception check? So you've entered what appears to be the wine rack, where all the barrels of the different meads and alcohols and whiskeys are stored for the tavern. Hold on. The wine cellar is the phrase I was looking for. There are barrels of varying sizes. There's a single door to the south, leading to what you assume to be another room. A few of the barrels are leaking wine, and you hear a little trickling of water. To the northeast, you see a grate in the floor.
Okay, I'll puff up the stairs and relay that and be like, let's all go down. I see a bunch of wine down here too. That's a bonus.
Knock yourself out.
What's in there?
In where?
That's the grate.
Yes.
We're below ground. Since we're downstairs in this building, we would know, right?
Yes.
Yes, you would. It's a reasonable assumption that you are underground right now.
I mean, we have a dwarf. Dwarf should know those things.
I'm a gnome.
I know, but we have a dwarf.
Oh.
The dwarves just hammer smashing barrels like Donkey Kong or something.
Well, I didn't yet. I was waiting to see, because if people are like, no, we'd like to maybe, not smash them all open.
Are you looking for rupees?
I mean, we're probably fine. I mean, Quinn's not here to set everything on fire if you do smash it open. So,
but he's thinking about it. He's sending you loving thoughts of flames right now.
we're not in danger of setting the floor on fire around us.
Oh, the good old pyromaniac that Quinn is.
All right, same thing. Checking the door for traps.
I want to know what I see down the grate though first as well.
Roll me a perception check.
So it's a pretty big grate considering that space in the corner.
Wow, great roll.
Wait.
How was the door roll though?
That was the door roll. Eldon needs to roll a perception check for the grate.
Yeah, I'm getting the page out. I don't notice anything except darkness, I'm sure.
You really don't. I mean, you do notice some of the wine is trickling down through the grate. So it looks like, it's what's been used to, in case there's a flood or whatever, get a way to hose off things and water goes down.
Or a barrel bursts because Thorn...
Yeah, some random barbarian comes down and just starts smashing the hell out of barrels. Regarding the trap checking on the door, again, you don't see any traps, and you don't notice the barbarian sticking his finger in the barrel's bunghole, which is good for you.
He's fingering the barrel.
So I'm not clicking that.
I am not.
It's a valid term.
I know it is, but I just know. So the thief does not notice any traps on the southern door.
Again, any symbology in the room? I'm going to keep asking that.
Can I tell what's in the barrel from opening that?
Yes, there are throughout the cellar. There are different barrels. Some have the fire whiskey. Some have mead. Some have sour wine. This back here is probably some old-fashioned Zima and some cinnamon schnapps. And back here is some hypnotic, because who doesn't need some glowing blue liquid? But, general alcohols of a variety, of differing types.
All right, well, I push or pull this door open as appropriate.
Oddly enough, it kind of slides into the door and makes this whooshing sound. Whoosh.
Then I do that.
The door opens to reveal what looks to be a hidden back room. A fairly large circular table dominates the center of the room. You see some playing cards strewn over the table. There are some shelving lining the eastern wall. Looks like it's just some bottles and knickknacks. And it looks like this has been used, for maybe some backroom gambling or just, use from the employees. There are two doors on the western wall. One more north, one more south.
And Eldon's constant focus on those symbols that he's aware of. Are there any symbols in here as well?
Still no symbols. You do notice some placards on the doors. On one of them, carved into the door that's in front of Corin, that says, not facilitator, but general manager. And from Raz's point of view, he sees one carved into the door on the south that says larder, but no arcane symbols as you would.
Hmm.
All right. Well, if any door's going to be trapped, it's going to be the manager's office door. So, once again, I look at the door and think that's not trapped.
You look at that door and say, "Yeah, I don't see anything."
I mean, why would the fourth door be trapped? That'd be crazy.
I know, right?
All right. If no one else is doing anything, I'm going to open this door.
Well, Thorngren's back getting drunk because he found more fire whiskey. But I'm staying with you, Corin. I'm following along because I'm more interested in what this place has to do with the...
I'm actually making a huge mess because I was trying to pour this giant barrel into a little cup, and now I can't tip the barrel over and hold the cup at the same time, so it's basically pouring all over the floor.
I noticed this and ask if he needs help.
Yes, please.
I'm
I
searching-
assist him.
Can you roll me a
searching
strength
this.
check, please, Siona?
Oh, also to retcon. We tied all of our mounts up outside, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Yes, of course you did. The horses are tied up, and the mastiff is also tied up somehow. But they seem to be okay.
Mm.
And so Siona manages to not drop the barrel or break it over Thongrim's head, and manages to pour just enough of the fire whiskey into his glass cup, water skin mead thing.
Save some of that for our mounts.
Wait. That's a barrel of fire whiskey? What am I doing down here? All right. I open the door.
Okay? Hold on.
Oh boy.
I had to put my book down. All right. Seems to be working well.
Just open?
Like a charm, it opened inward towards the office area.
All right. Well, I head down to this obvious chest-looking thing.
And I'm looking through the books on the desk, it looks like.
All right, yeah, there is a large desk that dominates the room. It's a bit ornate for a tavern of this style, and there is a cabinet in the corner, which Corin has already found. And there is a somewhat threadbare rug on the floor. You guys notice from inside the, as y'all are looking around, you hear Thongrim in the background just cheering and praising Siona. Muffled through it is, but he seems to be enjoying himself in his drink.
So, yeah.
This is a chair, by the way. This is the desk.
And this is the rug that we're standing on?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm kind of looking through and, again, kind of trying to find some trace or connection with the symbol we've come here following.
So in this room, you do happen to see these symbols. More on the inside of this, on this wall over here to the east. It looks like it's, yes, that wall. And again, enough to notice that this appears to be a Red Flame sympathizer. That would be your guess.
It's pretty bold to decorate his tavern with such overt symbology.
Yes.
I've seen before how proprietors will keep hidden compartments in their desks just to hide something from any looters. So I'm going to search just the surface and the drawers of the desk, and then maybe start kind of feeling around with my fingers for maybe hidden compartments or anything that might pop out.
And also, as I've said, I'm thumbing through any books that I see too. Looks like there's books on that desk.
You would be correct. There are books on that desk. But to answer Raziel's search first, he searches through the desk and doesn't, he opens up the cabinets and everything, doesn't find any false bottoms or anything. It just seems to be a normal desk. On the top, he finds typical office stuff at the time. You see some quills, some empty bottles of ink, and some paper strewn about. There's a to-do list. That's right front and center. And as far as books, there's a book entitled "To the Harbor" by Isolde Mayberry. And there's a second book that is just a blank book with nothing but eyes drawn on the cover in ink. And it is noticeably closed and latched with twine around one of those little knobby things. That book, those are the two books that you see.
Well, my curiosity gets the best of me, and I go to open this book.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll me a perception check. So, as Eldon unravels the book, he flips through the pages and all right, I'm going to whisper something to you, Eldon. Join me over in the DM chat room, if you would.
Oh, is this in Discord?
It is.
Okay, so I have to close this one and go into the other?
Just click on it.
It should move you when you click on the other channel.
If not, I can move on.
All right, can you hear me?
I think I can, yes.
Okay. So, this book, and you can thank this random roll table that I just rolled from. This is not a good thing for your character. But when you look at the pages of the blank book, your Eldon's going to go blind. And I'm going to tell you for how long. For 13 minutes. Okay? You don't know, your character doesn't know how long it's going to be for, per se, but I'm telling you now it's, roughly 13 minutes, so it's not going to be forever. But you can flourish it however you want when this happens, but I just wanted to tell you that's what the random roll ended up with. But it shouldn't impact you very long.
All right, that curiosity got the better of me.
Yeah, yes it did. All right, let's go back to the main room.
Okay, we'll see how I handle this.
Yeah.
All right.
Filling up that flask.
You guys know we can just strap that flask to a horse when we leave.
You mean the barrel?
All right.
Oh yeah, the bed.
The barrel's a bit big for the horse.
What happened? Where'd everybody go?
You picked it up.
Note to the DM, we're all riding dirty at this point.
Where is
We
everybody?
went back to the whiskey.
What's going on?
I have noticed and noted that you are all drunk, with the exception of, I think, Corin and Eldon at this
I'm not drinking. I'm just helping.
Okay. All right.
Just getting a contact high.
What's going on? Where did everybody go? Why is it so dark?
It's not dark. I have lights. My lights
He's
are
in there with you. Your lights are lights are in there if he's in there.
I can't see anything. What happened? Where did everything go?
Oh. Was there a trap?
Yeah, it sounds like someone opened a book he shouldn't have opened.
What's going on?
I've got all this time to read.
Eldon, what are you talking about, man? You're right in front of me. You're on the other side of the desk. You can't see me?
It's dark. It's all black. I can't see anything.
No, it's not. It's right. Oh man.
Can we see?
You guys can all see. You're all fine.
Is he still holding the book?
I put the book down. I was just opening it, and then I couldn't see.
Close the book.
I can't see if I've closed it. I dropped it on the desk.
Can I see if the book is open or closed?
You can, absolutely, but I'm going to need you to roll me a perception check.
I don't want to touch the book. I just want to see from here if the book is open or closed.
Yes, and I still need you to roll me a perception check.
Can I roll a different perception? Or do I not see the book?
I'm going to say you lucked out and you did not see the book. You see that it fell, you heard it hit the floor, but it appears to have fallen behind the desk out of your line of sight.
I dropped the book. I think I heard it hit the floor. I don't know what it did, but I can't see a thing. Don't touch that book.
Did you what happened? Did you touch it and you went blind? Did you start reading and then you went blind?
I opened it. I undid the clasp and I opened it up, and now I can't see.
Can you reach down and find the book?
I'll try. I'll search with my hands and see what I can.
As a precaution, I'm going to extinguish all my dancing lights so that it's pitch black in here.
For you.
Yes. Y'all can see, I can't.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check, Eldon.
Oh.
With disadvantage, since you are blind.
Great!
Not that it matters, but you did not. You scrambled. You squatted down and start scrambling to find the book, narrowly missing your head on the desk from hitting the desk. But you do not find the book.
I could probably barely see over the edge of the desk as it was.
Well, that's true. Yes, I forgot that you are shorter than most.
Which is probably why the book didn't end up back on the desk when I tried to put it down.
I'm going to pull up the nasty sort of tattered rug next to the door and just like I'm buffeting out of fire. I'm just going to throw it on top of the other side of the desk and hopefully cover up the book completely.
Bye.
I don't know what the heck happened, but something's wrong about this book.
Am I standing on the rug when you pull this rug up?
Yes.
Yes, you are. So, go ahead and roll me a. Let's see how well this goes. You can roll me, Raziel. Roll me a.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
an acrobatics check, and we'll see what Eldon has to do in a second. No, Eldon, you're going to have to roll me a dexterity save because you are about to be thrown.
How heavy or how strong are you to flip that rug up? I mean, he's got to weigh at least 20 pounds.
Oh, I wasn't doing the acrobatics check. I was doing the dexterity save.
Yes. Okay, so Raziel kind of he goes to pick up the rug, and he flips it out, like magician style, like trying to pull the sheet out from it, the tablecloth off of the table without knocking anything over. And he managed to expertly swipe the rug out from underneath Eldon and throw it on top of the book. And covering it completely.
Right after that happens, I'll walk in and be like, "What's all the noise?"
I can't see. I've lost my sight.
Did you set it down around here somewhere?
My sight? Where would I have...
Have you tried opening your eyes?
I think they're open. Therefore, they are. Maybe I just need to sit down for a moment. Could someone guide me to a chair?
I walk him over to a chair. I take his hand and walk him over to a chair. While keeping my eyes averted from the floor, since that is where the book is, correct?
The book's been covered, apparently.
Oh, okay.
It looks like there's something underneath this rug.
Oh my god.
It's not fire whiskey. Okay, now that the book's been covered, can y'all tell if it's open or closed?
Raz, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I'm going to sit up, say I'm going to sit up against the wall over here, but with Siona's help, as she said.
So Raz notices that, clearly sees that the book is covered by the rug that he had thrown. And Thungrim is trying to pick up the rug.
We were in another room. We have no idea what was going on. I just came in and it looks like there's something under the rug.
No, wait, don't. Do not pick up. Do not touch the rug. Whatever's under the rug right now is very bad. I don't know what it is, but Eldon is blind, and I don't want to be next on the chopping block. No touchy.
Alright, so we can't tell if it's open or not?
It is currently under the rug, and I don't think... and it looks like Thongrim has stopped touching the rug. So you don't know if it's open or closed, but it is presently under the rug.
I might hit the rug with my axe. Hit the spot.
Okay, so
Please,
we're gonna
roll initiative for that.
No, we're gonna say the rug with the covering the book is here, just to the north of the desk. So
I don't know. Is that the approach I want to take with this character? Just hit everything with the axe first and see what happens.
If that's the way you want to take your character, that's the way you want to take your character.
As a collective, is that an okay approach to role playing?
I'm not saying that
you're out of it at some point, but
yeah, it might be Siona's job to hold you back.
From experience, some people don't like the idea of just flinging fire everywhere. So you take some, you leave some.
That gives me an idea. I could pour. Well, I guess I probably don't want to start a rug on fire in a room stuck in.
Yeah, it's also the only thing covering the book up.
What am I going to do without my eyes?
Everybody close your eyes.
I don't.
How about this?
Everybody close your eyes.
Okay.
I'm going to lift the rug with my eyes closed and feel around for the book. We just all take turns at this until we close the stupid book.
I
Roll me a
What will I
dexterity
do?
check. Or sleight of hand. Let's go sleight of hand.
What am I going to do?
Lifting up the cloth and feeling around like an idiot. Hey, must be cool night.
What am I going to do?
I don't even locate a book.
You
I'm
don't
like,
even-
what are you even talking about? There's no book down here.
All right, how about this? Someone bring Eldon back. Have him reach under the rug while someone kind of points out where to go from over the rug. Because we know where the book's at. We just can't. We don't want to look at it.
So, all right. So Siona is struggling to find a rug to pick up. Thongren manages to not only find the rug, but he whips the rug up. And all right, hold on. Ash, join me over in the DM channel, please.
Oh no.
I just got
Great, a blind dwarf hitting everything with his axe.
Gotta get in the channel.
Just click on it.
Just click on it.
It won't let me. It says I got a lock on it.
Hold on, let me make sure I.
All I did was drop down to see the DM one and click on it, and I went right in.
Oh, I broke it. Let me remove his permission. I had some weird permission.
Oh, okay, now I can do it.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to decide whether or not you're going to pick up.
So I thought. So how I was thinking was, she said everyone close their eyes, and so we all closed our eyes, and I thought she took the rug off and then was searching around, and I was going to try and search around at the same time, but if I failed, I thought it would be funny because then I would just bump into her while she was trying to do it, which I thought would play off well because I'm hammered. But however you want to roll this is fine.
This is going so much better than I anticipated. So, all right. So we've already said that Thongren has flipped up the rug. What we need to decide is, and you can leave it up to fate, or you can just tell me if he will see the book. Does he read it or not?
I have my eyes closed.
Okay, so you have your eyes closed. Okay. All right,
Yes.
I didn't hear that part.
She said everyone close their eyes, and so that's what I do. I'm just trying to reach around blindly, and I guess I would have grabbed a corner of the rug and just pulled as hard as I could.
Okay, I'm good with that. So we'll go ahead and say that you have flipped it up, you have grabbed the book, and then we'll end up rolling a check to see if you successfully close it and just wrap it up. So I'm good with that. What I was saying when you originally came in the room, you noticed that there was a trap door under the rug, which is now.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know if I wanted. I guess I could have said something. I should have said something.
Well, that's fine.
But then it got all called up.
Yeah,
maybe when I pull the rug, I'll knock a bunch of stuff off the desk.
Yeah, but nobody has rolled a perception check for it yet, so that's what's coming.
Okay, I'll pull the rug, knock a bunch of stuff off the desk, and then let somebody else deal with finding the book. Now that we're all got our eyes closed.
Well, not the book. We're going to say that you find the book. We're going to figure out if you close it, and you can also knock crap off the desk too.
All right, I'll leave it up to fate.
Okay.
And you're blind at that point.
All right.
Right.
And we're back.
All right, so I grab the rug and I pull it, and then I knock a bunch of stuff off the desk because I have my eyes closed, trying to help.
All right. So he has knocked crap over off the desk in his drunken state, but as he's flipped the rug, he has managed to, because his eyes were closed, which I have remembered, he manages to grab the book. So now that the book is in your hand and your eyes are closed, go ahead and roll me. We're just going to say, a dexterity check.
What are you doing? Don't be messing with that book.
I can totally see. It's easier if I have my eyes open.
I'm pretty sure you can close a book without opening your eyes. I was wrong.
Well, it's got a string attached to it, and it's all tangled up probably by now, falling off the...
Yeah, so he's fumbling with it, and he misses the loop. Try one more time. Not dexterity save, just a straight dexterity check.
It's going to be thrown away.
I don't know how. I just clicked to dexterity. I don't know what the difference is.
No, you click the saves. The dexterity is the stat to the left of that.
Oh.
Same value.
So he manages to now successfully lock the book in place.
What are you guys doing over there? Don't mess with that thing.
I think I might have closed it, but I have no idea. Siona, make a noise.
Hey.
Marco.
Polo.
I'll take a crawl towards the noise. Marco.
Don't. What are you doing? Just is the book open or closed?
I have no idea. I'm going to give it to somebody else.
You're holding it in your hands. Is the
Okay, my eyes are closed. Hand it to me.
That's what I'm trying to do. Marco.
Polo.
Get a little closer. Marco.
Polo.
All right, I found you. Here's the book.
I take the book.
Quit
Do I
messing
need to
with
do a
that
check
book.
for that?
Raz, can you
I feel of the book. Does it feel
turn your
closed?
lights back on? Are your lights on, Raz?
Why Raz doesn't have
Corn.
lights?
Oh no, Corin, do you have your mage light on?
Oh no, they're off. I'm not looking at that book.
Okay. Can you? I think I'm starting to see. Can you put them back on?
Oh, don't you have dark vision?
Normally.
All right. Well, I will cast a dancing light next to me while I face away from all of them and look at the wall.
My eyes are still closed.
I can kind of see that now. My eyes, they seem to be coming back. Where is that book?
I drop the book on the floor and then just stand on it and open my eyes.
Your eyes are open. You see the room is well lit due to the dancing lights. Your foot is squarely on top of the eye-covered book, which is shut. And it appears that Thongrim did manage to loop the twine around the little knobby thing.
Good job, Thongrim.
I think I'm starting to see it again.
And now we know the dangers of reading.
And the war against literacy continues.
Okay, do you guys, have you searched everything in here?
Fiona, is
No,
that you?
It is me.
I still have to take a look in this cabinet since, someone decided to read a magical book in the middle of a desk. The one place I didn't check for traps.
Alright. So...
Don't open that book. But we should keep it. It might be good to use against other people.
I could see that. We just leave that in the tavern back in town.
So
Let's wrap that book up.
I take out a length of rope and wrap it around the already in place twine and stick it in my pack.
making a note of this because I have a feeling it's coming back.
Haven't you learned not to give us things? Ash gave us things he shouldn't have because we're going to abuse them. Now you're doing the same mistake.
Oh, it's beautiful, though.
All right, now explain this cabinet to me.
Hold, I can only write so fast.
Book of Blinding.
Well, I've only got an intelligence of 8. So I go, okay, don't open the chest in the corner. I think I figured it out. If you do, we're all going to go blind.
They're shooting at the cans!
I'll have a liter cola. Okay, so Corin.
You heard the man. Stay away from the chest. I think I might be less intelligent than you are, Chris.
Well, wait a minute. Do you take a hit on intelligence by being drunk?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
On things that take dexterity or intelligence, I believe.
Yep, I'm going to go with that for now. And
I just remember they did happen on Critical Role like 2 weeks ago, and I think that's what happened.
All right, so with abandon, Corin opens the cabinet inside.
Oh no! I said explain the cabinet to me. What's it look like? Is it closed?
It is a closed cabinet that is sitting in the corner, and it's a rather cabinetly looking cabinet, much like the other average cabinets of the day. It has doors and a knob.
No markings or other.
No, it's a cabinet.
What about traps?
There are no traps. Doesn't appear to even be a keyhole on it.
All right. Well, I back up to over here. Mage hand, and I have the mage hand open the cabinet.
And the mage hand has gone blind. No. No.
The mage hand is paralyzed.
No, the cabinet is open to reveal a chest.
You can see that from across the room?
Well, there's
15 feet. It's 15 feet away.
Hey.
All right, now I go back.
Eldon appreciates sight these days, having just lost it for 13 minutes.
I do.
All right.
Very much.
Does the chest look anything special? Any symbols?
No,
whatnot?
There is a keyhole on it. It looks like it is indeed, whoever the proprietor of the place is, it looks like he was trying to hide the chest through obscurity in the larger cabinet, but apparently he wasn't too smart because it again was just a cabinet.
All right. Well, once again, you take a hearing this, checking for traps.
You notice that you check it, you look around, you don't see any notches or hidden levers or special looking key things. You kind of jiggle it a little bit, and you notice the chest is indeed locked, but not trapped by anything that you can tell.
All right. Well, I back up to over here again, and I have my mage hand pick the lock. Ooh, that was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. So it's still fumbling with it.
All right, fine. I'll go up there and do it myself. Or not.
Hang on.
Yeah, this one might be beyond me.
But you are proficient in thieves' tools, and that gives you.
I know that's
right.
I think I was checking for traps.
Ah, okay.
And I've already got a +7 on that roll. I don't know.
Yes. You got a +7 on that 10?
No, I rolled a 3.
Oh, you rolled a 3. All right. Well, the lock is still firmly in place.
All right. I hate to ask this. Anybody but Thongrim got an idea to get this chest open? Because I know what he's going to say. Yeah, how big is it?
I'd say it fits inside that cabinet, which is, taking up a 5-foot section there. So we'll say the chest is, what? Standard looking chest, 3 feet, about 2, I don't know the dimensions of a normal chest. Imagine something that you would see in The Legend of Zelda.
All right. Well, I want to go over here to the desk and look around to see if I can find a key.
When Raz was looking through the desk earlier, he did not come across a key or anything.
Are there any keys under the rug?
Yeah, did flinging the rug reveal anything?
You notice that there is a trap door.
Score one for us. All right. Well, I guess, my last resort, I'm going to come back. I'm going to stand here and ask Siona or Thongam to come down here and hand them a crowbar and be like, would you please open this?
Okay.
I think we lost Thongrim because I think he probably would have already been over there and smashing it if he was paying attention.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's
I
what
still
I'm
have my eyes closed. Can't see anything. Nobody told me I could open my eyes.
Oh. Siona, have you got the book secured?
Yeah, it's in my pack. It's wrapped with rope and twine.
Oh, would you? Oh.
Do you want it?
Yes, I'll put it. I would like to put it in my pack to possibly
read.
Would you like
But
to
while
read
I
it?
have
While I have my eyes closed, I say things really loud for some reason.
Because drunk people are,
I hand it over.
Okay.
But I also go and help Corin with the crowbar.
All right. So, Siona, I'm going to move your character. You are now over here. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So, you have rolled a 20. You take the crowbar and you wedge it into where the lock is, and you manage to, you push all your weight onto it, and the chest cracks open and the lid pops up and hits the back of the cabinet with a thunk. Thunk! And you have successfully opened the chest.
I look inside.
Yeah, you do. So, inside of the chest, you find 3 pounds of cooking spices, a set of navigator's tools, 18 gold, 45 silver, and an exotic wood pair of dice.
I'm glad we have horses to carry all these coins.
You can always leave them behind.
I kind of feel bad.
I reach in and grab the dice.
Weighing down the horses with the coin.
She's having
And
a little
stealing.
Is it stealing? This place is abandoned.
Is it abandoned, or is it someplace that they open up seasonally?
It is seemingly abandoned.
You had to throw in the seasonally part, huh? What season are we in?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna go with no one's here to stop us.
But yes,
it's abandoned.
And it is, well, I'm answering the question. It is something that people do stop at. It has seemed to been without use over the past week or so, but it's not uncommon for people to be here.
What are the contents again, one more time, DM?
3 pounds of cooking spices, 1 set of navigator's tools, 18 gold.
Thongrim, what are you doing?
What are you doing over there?
45 silver, and an exotic wood pair of dice.
Which I have grabbed.
Which Corin has grabbed.
Is this the trapdoor?
No, that is the hole in the threadbare rug that is balled up in the corner now.
Also, while we're standing here, I use my mage hand to go over there and just peel Thongram's eyes open.
Thongram, can you give me a strength saving throw?
For those muscular eyelids.
I know, I just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Alright, so he manages to, I'm going to say keep his eyes closed.
He manages to hold them tightly shut. Thongrim, it's okay. I've got the book.
Looking around right at you, I scream, "Oh God, I'm blind! I'm blind!" Wait, no, I'm not blind. Can I see what was on the to-do list?
Absolutely.
Can you read?
Very simple things like to-do lists.
On the to-do list, it's very extensive. Item 1, get new office rug. Number 2, get a set of waterproof leggings. Number 3 is blank. End of list.
Number 4 is profit.
Correct.
Is the trapdoor chained down in any way or locked?
It is not chained down, and you can check to see if it's locked.
I check to see if it's locked.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Sure.
As everybody congregates onto the trapdoor.
Sure to be a 1. No, it's not a 1!
Where is it? Where is it? Though?
Where is it?
It's underneath the
I
rug.
can see, but I can't see. Where is it?
In using the theater of the mind, it was under the rug. It is right about there. You know what? Hang on. Let me see if I can do something about this.
How about right there? This is. You said this was a hole in the rug that we would have been able to see it through.
We're going to say it's right there.
Got it.
So that's the trapdoor. Looks suspiciously like a hole in the floor, but it is. We'll say that's the trapdoor.
Oh.
I know.
Or we could have stepped on it and just fallen through.
So I don't know if I told you, but yes, the trapdoor is not locked. It looks like it again, another security through obscurity. Looks like he was just trying to hide it under a thread-borne rug, which is why he was trying to get a new office rug.
All right. What do we want? Do we want to?
Do we want to check the larder before we go down the rabbit hole?
Check the what?
Larder.
Sure. Oh wait, is this another door back here?
That's the larder.
Oh.
Yeah, you were off. You were off helping Thongren drink. You didn't check out this room very much.
Did you guys already check out all these shelves or whatever? Did I miss that too?
No, we didn't. There was a deck of cards over there somewhere, but we were more interested in getting into the office so that I could go blind.
He was very excited.
Hindsight 0-20.
In this gambling room, is there anything noticeable on the shelves besides types of liquor we've already seen, maybe?
Oddly enough, there is no liquor in this room. But if you give me a second, I will tell you.
Well, no wonder Thongrim didn't even stop in that room.
Maybe that's why there's no liquor in that room.
Okay, so on the shelves you do see a variety of interesting items. You see 4 rolls of candle wick. You see 4 vials of a clear but pungent oil. 2 sacks of rations, trail rations, and
Okay, whoa, can you slow down as you're doing this?
absolutely not. So 4 rolls of candle wick.
When you say like a roll of candle wicks, do you mean like a bunch of wicks rolled together, or do you mean like 4 candle wicks?
No, like a
So candlewick is basically just like rope. It's like
Right.
so you just put it in and cut it off. So it's just like a
roll of
So
twine.
like 4 bundles of.
yeah,
Okay.
a coil of.
Okay, I
wicks.
understand better now.
4 vials of a clear but pungent oil. Upon unstopping it, you get the whiff of tea tree. Two sacks of rations. And 3 porcelain plates that kind of remind you of those commemorative plates that memorialized different rulers of Oldenburg over the years. But their portraits on the porcelain plates are kind of nondescript, and nobody recognizes who these people are outside of the embellishment of from the Rulers of Oldenburg series.
Okie dokie. I'm going to... Nothing looks special. I'm just going to start throwing things in the rucksack.
There's also 3 books if you want to see what they are.
I call over Eldon about the books.
Eldon, do you want to know what the books are?
Did we lose Eldon again?
I'll come look at the books.
All right. The first one is a series of papers on the morality of war.
Next.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay.
I take the book, the one you just gave me. I turn around and look at Eldon, and I open it up, and like just point it out, like, look, a book.
Luckily for you.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Oh, I'm laughing for reasons.
As I shield my eyes and freak out at him.
Luckily for you, Eldon, it is just a series of papers on the morality of war. It looks like it's just a history book, or more of a philosophy of things. The other book, the second book, is 1,000 Words of Wisdom by Zoe Miller. And the third and final book is The Glory of Light by Genevieve Ingvar. That one appears to be based on the drawing on the cover. Seems like a Harlequin romance novel.
I toss us a Thongrim. Like, this sounds up your alley.
I do love me some erotic fiction.
Here you go, buddy.
If you don't like it, you can take it down to the hardcore pornography. Get rid of it.
Have you guys read 50 Shades of Beige?
Alright, anything else in the room?
Not that about does it.
Can I take the oils and then tell all my friends about the benefits of oils?
You absolutely may. Just please don't, word of caution, don't rub it anywhere sensitive. Unless you don't like them, then
Don't ingest them.
So, you see, I sell you the oils, and then you get your friends to sell the oils.
I don't know about that. Are we going to check out the larder next?
Yes, I think.
All right.
Corin wants to check the door.
Sure.
Once again, you have gone through the motions and checked the door for traps and such, and find nothing. You find nothing. There are no traps. The door appears to be run-of-the-mill door.
All right. Well, I open the run-of-the-mill door.
Hold on.
It was 2 vials, wasn't it? Or
4 vials.
4 vials? Okay.
Enough to start a small pyramid.
When you guys are putting these in, do you just put them down in equipment?
That's where I put all my stuff. Yeah.
Is any of the stuff making it to the spreadsheet?
Yep, all of it.
All right, just making sure. So you see, that's what you see. So the larder, you see as you push the door open, there's lots of vegetables, some flies and some maggots. As again, some of the vegetables have started to turn. There's some rancid meat over in the corner.
So more than a week old?
A week or so, yeah. I mean, the food is starting to turn.
Like I said, this place is abandoned. No one's going to let meat go bad like that.
I mean,
It'd be a pain to clean up even if you wanted to reopen.
Yeah. So you see some what looks like sugar cane, some gourds, some pumpkins. You see some what's not acorns. The other things, pine cones. Not really sure why there's pine cones there, but there's quite a significant pile of them. And some reeds and some, just general, root vegetables, tubers, and such. But it looks like there's, that's what's there.
Anything unspoiled or of value?
Nothing really of value. I mean, you could, maybe pick through and find some jerky. But
What about the sugar cane?
You could take some sugar cane if you want. That's
I'm
sugar.
gonna take some sugar cane.
Okay. We'll say that you take, two stalks, that are what, 3 feet long, 4 feet long?
Sure.
Okay.
And then I take it back out and I put it on the table and I start chopping it into smaller pieces.
Probably a good plan. Just for grins. How small? Like.
No, not cute.
You didn't expect that question, did you? Well,
6-inch pieces.
all right, 6
What are you
inch.
chopping up?
But how wide?
They're freaking stalks.
It's not about the length, it's about the girth.
And I bundle them up. And I
Shove them in your
somebody else, and I shove them in my pack.
All right. So 6 inch. Okay, got it. All right. So there you have it. Looking out of game real quick. I'm going to let this conversation play out. All right. So, out of game. It's about 9:40. Do y'all want to call it here, or do you want to press forward a little bit?
Well, wasn't it nighttime at this point? Or sunset? Or
It was dusk. You guys have been probably exploring this area for this tavern area.
At least 13 minutes.
At least 13.
at least.
At least a good 13 minutes. I was going to say about an hour and a half. You guys have been poking around, prodding, drinking, and breaking shit. We'll say it's right at at twilight at this point. So you
Should we
can't.
just camp here for the night? Go upstairs, start a fire, check on the horses?
Yeah, I was thinking before we go too deep and find out where this
Trapdoor?
trapdoor goes, we might want to make sure that our well, for me, it's the
Your Mastiff. You could probably bring the Mastiff in here.
Or in the Mastiff, yeah.
Yeah, because I need more animal handling.
You need to bond with him.
I do actually. I agree. I do need to bond, but basically, let's make sure they're safe. And would we want to take a long rest? How is everybody doing on their recoveries and things like that?
I mean, out of character, I have no hit dice.
And well, out of character, I have most of my spell slots are used up. So without a rest, I wouldn't be able to cast very much.
Yeah, I'm also about 50% on all my resources.
So I would be thinking, if it goes on to look like this, down the trapdoor will take some time, then maybe we should be thinking in terms of camping and resting and refueling, and I might even meditate on changing some prepared spells for the trip down the.
Can you do that identify thing on my sword?
Yeah, and then we can start doing identify and such.
Can everyone?
I have a staff. I want to risk doing a full identification on that book at some point, but I don't know if I would do it now. Maybe later.
Out of game, do we want to send a group email about each item, either personally or in the stash that we want to identify throughout the night?
Yeah, I was going to ask. Even right now, you can tell me what it is, and if the goal is to identify these things over the long rest, I can.
So I mean, are we agreed? We'll long rest.
I mean, Thongrim's drunk. I think, and a lot of you are tapped, so I think we should have.
So we should go upstairs and secure the room and secure the area and draw a watch and keep track of the horses, keep track of the Mastiff.
Before we leave the downstairs, I want to close the trap door again and slide the desk over on top of it.
Did we actually open this trap door? I don't think we actually.
I know Siona checked it was locked.
Nobody actually opened it. I was just saying that I had something that I could recognize it as. That is where the trap door.
Well, I figured checking was locked. Usually entailed opening it, but all right. I still want to slide the desk over top of it so that it can't be opened from below.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that would secure things so that we could feel safe and rest.
Maybe not start a big fire in the fireplace.
It's fine, but we need to.
Smokes in the dark wouldn't be a.
That wouldn't be
going
bad.
up the chimney in the dark shouldn't be a problem, should
We can
it?
keep the windows boarded.
You can't see the smoke, but you could smell it.
Could be.
The wolves could come.
I think we should just.
Well, I think the horses being outside might draw the wolves in too. So.
Well, horses could come inside.
There wasn't like a stable or anything outside, right?
Can we get the horses through the double door upstairs?
Yes, you could get them inside the doors, and there was no stable that you could see.
So then we'll stable the horses in the first room. In the bar.
Yeah,
sure.
We'll tie them to the bar.
And they'll be so drunk in the morning.
And we'll let them order all they want.
Okay.
You don't have to tie them. I just let them wander around to their heart's content.
I will take some time moving the spoiled food out of that great room and throwing it into the kitchen area where all that other stuff was.
Great.
Where are we sleeping first?
there was spoiled here, and then this spoiled.
And then he said when we walked in.
Oh, out.
Yeah,
there
that
was some.
that was just
That's right. So we'll just get that out before we want the horses and such.
See, that's what worries me. Is like it's one thing to say this place is abandoned, but the fact that there's still meals on the table, that usually entails someone left in more of a hurry.
Yeah, like spoiled, as in it was spoiled. That's why I was asking, like the spoiled food in the cooler down in the downstairs area. That would be like more than a week old to spoil. I would think. Right?
Because I would assume it would have been like dried vegetables and stuff that would keep.
But even that, like the fact that there's still tables with food on them. I mean, it's entirely possible that someone recognized those symbols and guards came.
Yes, I would guess that too. But like it's a week old or 2 weeks old, or that's trying to figure out how long it's been abandoned.
Right. That's why I'm just saying I don't want to draw attention that someone is in here.
Right.
Well, there seems to only be one entrance into this place, right? The double doors. So you could move one or two of these tables in the horse room in front of that door, and then
there's windows
even if
they're boarded, but I guess they could.
Yeah, but either if they were trying to get through the boarded windows or trying to push through the tables, they'd give you enough of an alert to avoid a surprise room.
The door had a lock, but did it also have a bar on the inside so it could be barred from the inside?
Sure.
Okay. We'll bring the horses in, we'll get the food, clear all the food, bring the horses in and bar the doors. And then if someone tries to burn the place down around us, we're probably going to get cooked.
Yeah, let's spend
we'll just go down the trap door.
Into the explosive room of liquor.
Right.
I love the way y'all are thinking.
We're doing a lot of work for you, aren't we?
All of these things sound so better than what I have.
This is one of those what we say can and will be held against us.
Well, at least the downstairs is made of stone. So,
real quick, outside, since I didn't ask, out near the tavern, is there any kind of water?
The water source?
River, yeah, some sort of water source.
Or a well.
I will say that there is a well outside. You are on a cliff overlooking the sea, so there's no like river nearby. But as implausible as it may seem, that there is a well of fresh water nearby the tavern.
I'm just thinking we should probably bring some water in for the horses as well. If there's any kind of edible horse food somewhere to feed them.
We find some buckets from around and stuff.
I know that Eldon specifically got some tack for the Mastiff.
Yeah, I guess we could hobble them and leave them out to graze a little bit before we bring them in.
There's probably some vegetables downstairs that are fine.
Yeah,
we could spend a little bit.
Well, there's some sugar cane.
Yeah,
they can have.
In 6-inch chunks.
Yeah, I give each horse a 6-inch chunk of sugar cane.
Part of their natural diet.
Okay, so we're doing all of the camping and scavenging and
fortifying
and planning for the next.
Are we sleeping in the same room as the horses? Are we sleeping downstairs?
Well,
is somebody staying upstairs with the horses if we're sleeping downstairs to have a watch?
Yeah, we should set a watch.
I always think we probably want to sleep in the kitchen after we get all the spoiled food out of it.
We can move these chairs, these comfy-looking chairs out here for the watch.
So comfy.
So we can fall asleep while we're on the watch. So we could sit comfortably while we watch the door and make sure that no one comes in. What kind of is this building? A wood building or a stone building?
It looks like it's a stone building.
That's actually better. because it doesn't look like they put any windows in anywhere. So if that's the only way in and out right there, then that's the only thing we need to guard.
Theater of the mind, we did say that there were some windows that were boarded up and barricaded from the inside.
All right.
I just didn't have the foresight to put them in when I built the map.
Which explains why the door has a place to be barricaded from the inside. All this stuff has, if you're on the cliffs or something, it would have like storm precautions, hurricane shutters.
Got it. Okay, and what items did we have to identify? We have the staff. We have a sword.
My sword.
And was there anything else? I mean, I don't want to mess with the book right away. I'll just store it in my bag, and that's for a later time.
There's a scroll of perhaps animal friendship. We don't know yet. And
scrolls.
And a black and white harp, which I don't think is special, but I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. On scrolls, wait, that's different than identification, though, isn't it? You have to actually...
If you can cast a spell, you know what it is.
Right. Otherwise, you just know it's a spell scroll.
If it's on your class's spell list, whether you know it or not, you know the scroll is.
Oh, which one was it then?
So, that said, the bard, Raziel, knows the spell of animal friendship, so he knows that it is a scroll of animal friendship.
Oh, okay. So we don't need to check that then.
Yeah.
No, and he would know it even if he would know what it is, even if he didn't know it, because it's on the bard's spell list.
Right.
Right. That's yeah. I don't have that spell, but
would that still be the case if I had forgotten it?
Because bards can cast it, you would know it.
Oh, okay. I got you. Thank you.
Yeah. So you could use that scroll as is. All right. So the staff, the sword, and the black and white ebony and ivory harp.
You know what? Go ahead and have these exotic dice identified too. I doubt they're magical, but you never know.
And I'll do that I'll take first watch, and I'll do that.
I don't think you can get a long rest in if you're casting a spell.
Well, how long did we say it took for him to cast it?
11 minutes per spell.
So he's doing it 3 times? I'm pretty sure he has enough time to do a long rest.
Then we have to wait 8.5 hours.
Oh, I can only do one at a time, and then I have to wait.
Right. No, I'm saying is if you're casting a spell, that time does not count towards your long rest time.
Right. But, like, if I'm on first watch, and then my rest comes after first watch, right?
I think watches might be able to be on long rests.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we're not resting for 8 hours. Like, it's probably close to
if he's on watch anyway.
Until sundown.
Yeah, he could be doing this while we, prep everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if we're looking to leave 8 hours later...
We're not leaving, we're going downstairs in the trapdoor.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I think, given where we are, I think it'll all work out. But we'll say that as it lists right now, we have 4 items, so that's going to take roughly an hour this time. Less than, but I'm just rounding up.
Okay.
And those dice can definitely be held off till we get near civilization. It's just more of a note.
You guys have had, we've had travel, and you guys had a longer encounter than I did, but I think either way, plus 2 battles today, right? So you'd probably be too tired to, not tired, but just taking a short rest and powering on probably would, you guys would probably be pretty exhausted for the day.
I'd say it's...
Actually, that's actually kind of a good point. Is identify only a ritual, or is it I can use my spell points?
You can cast it with spell slots. It just takes a minute to cast.
That is correct.
Oh, well, I have 2 spell slots left out of my 6, so out of game. So I could cast the spells before the long rest and take care of.
And then take care of the other one over breakfast.
Yeah, just do it in the morning.
As a ritual.
Right. If I do it as a ritual, it doesn't hurt my spell usage. If I
Right.
do a spell, so I could do it that way.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, it'll work out that we have plenty of resource to identify them as along with the resting and all that kind of stuff. So
And Thongrim's taking first watch, is what I heard.
he is? I was at first watch so that I could do the stuff like that, but it doesn't matter to me what If I
he just said he was less tired, so that's what I thought he was saying.
Well, I'm saying also if the drunk
If you want me to take watch, if you want me to be taking a watch, I best be taking the first one, because after that I'm tying one on righteously.
Oh, great.
All right, there, Crush.
And if I take last watch, then I can do my meditation during that and pick out my appropriate planned spells, which then I would actually ask Corin. It's Corin who's lockpick, who's thieving, right?
I'm thieving?
You've been checking for traps and all that.
Yes.
Would you like me to study the find traps ability or spell so so that I can help with that, or do you feel confident?
I'm pretty good at finding them. Apparently, I just can't pick locks today.
Okay.
And I think you'd rather save your stuff for healing and
right.
stuff.
Yeah, generally I've chosen the more healing and things like that. But if you wished, I could choose a couple of others.
I think I'm good with that.
Okay.
All right, so I've got 5 slots for the watch. Thongrim first. I've got Eldon last. Who wants second?
I'll take second.
And who wants third?
I'll take third.
Okay. So let's go ahead and so I'll have it on record here. Go ahead and roll me perception checks.
In order?
Too late.
It doesn't matter.
I stayed awake during this watch.
Yay!
No whammies, no whammies.
No one else did.
Oh, no whammies. Oh, great.
It's hard to stay watch while you're also meditating, right?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We'll find out.
Hey, Raz. Chris, need a roll.
Yep.
Need a perception check from you.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was just the watcher.
Yeah, no, I mean, as far as the watch, I'm tying the perception checks to it. Give me something to plan towards.
It's going to tell us what happened in next week.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, there's a bad roll. I could put a random encounter there.
Well, even with a good roll, at least do it.
You wake up and all your throats are slit.
Good game, guys. It was fun.
So were you using the 2 identify spells tonight to use up your spell slots?
Yes.
Will you identify my sword as one of them?
Yeah, I think the staff and the sword would be first.
That's what I had on my list. I just assumed.
So we would know that tonight. Putting the pressure on you.
I will. It will be out in an email before the next session.
Okay.
Awesome.
That is as much pressure as I am putting on myself. All right, so we have a watch set. We have identification for the staff and for the sword. We have slid a desk over the trapdoor. We have barricaded the door from the inside. We have stabled the horses inside with water and sugarcane. And did I miss anything?
Where were we all sleeping? Kitchen or downstairs room? I vote kitchen.
I think it would probably be better if we slept in the kitchen, because if the person on watch has to yell down the stairs to rouse people, it's not going to be good.
I agree.
Except for Thongren, who will probably be down with the drinks.
I mean, how else does he sleep?
He should have been born an elf. Would have been 4 more hours of drinking a day.
All right, so Ash is going to start off strong by singing loudly during his turn. This is going to be great.
I'm going to attempt to cheat in a game of cards during my watch with him.
Alright, so is that going to be it for the night?
I think that's going to be it. If Raz and Thungrim are actually going to play poker, we'll do that over email and see how that plays out. And we'll go from there. So, good session. I had fun. I hope y'all did.
Good game, good game.
Good game, guys. Good game. High fives all
I'm just glad I can see again.
Me too.